Greetings. This is going to be an all 12 sign reading, starting with Capricorn, ending with Sagittarius, all placements. So I will timestamp it on YouTube. All right, so Capricorn, what do you have coming towards you? All placements. Well, first of all, Capricorn, there's definitely something here about, I'm hearing, it's like a 90s song that, oh, me so horny, oh, me so. So some of my Capricorns, you can be a little aroused at this time. I just have to read it because it's here. It's very strong. For some of my Capricorns, you can go through like long droughts and then times when you just like bang, bang, bang it out. No one likes the Energizer Bunny, so don't be doing that out here, Capricorn. Don't be embarrassing yourself like that. Capricorn, definitely be careful if you are not wanting to procreate and if you're not wanting to, you know, change your bill of health, because there are also children and there are twins on this card. So some of my Capricorns, you can be extra fertile at this time, which is also why you have more of an appetite. Now, this also makes you more attractive or more like you are, it's the pheromones are like a mating call. So some of my Capricorns, love is in the air. I can't deny it. Like, it's very strong with all of these energies. I'm also hearing big wheels keep on turning. So Alabama, Georgia, Louisiana, Florida, like that South and Texas, that southern border, you could be dealing with someone from those states, or someone could also just like that Southern hospitality. I'm also hearing that song by Ludacris. So maybe go check out that song, Southern Hospitality. Maybe like that song. Someone here could have like ghost riding the whip. Someone here could have you know how people, like, I don't know, I know when I was 16, I was like, I want to put nice speakers in my car because I love music. So it's like, I want nice speakers. You know, some people are like, I want big ass rims. Like, someone here put some, I'm hearing, throw some D's on that fish. So someone here just got a Cadillac. I don't know, someone could like the whole Cadillac Escalade type bump and grind. Okay. For some of my Capricorns, a charity, partaking in any sort of volunteer thing at this time would be really auspicious for you. It would bring, I mean, it always brings in a lot of good karma, but specifically at this time. Now, I feel like this is probably because I'm not an astrologer, but I know Saturn is going retrograde in the next couple of weeks, which is the planet of father time and structure and following schedules and, you know, really putting in the work. Chop wood, carry water, chop wood, carry water. So what is the greatest way to please Saturn? Is to make sure that you are on schedule, to make sure that you are always being of service, that you're working extra hard, and that you are not just working extra hard for your own selfish ways, but for something that is bigger than you, better because of you. So Capricorns, at this time, you're being told to lean into that state of altruism, be altruistic at this time, and yeah, people are going to be looking up to you. There was some sort of betrayal here, but they are going to get caught. Someone here, be careful with lightning, because I don't know, I'm hearing some people, like there could be people that are like, haha, lightning never strikes the same place twice. I don't know what there is about that, but it's like, joke's on you, because it might strike the same spot like 10 times. So I don't know, something here is really getting the gavel, getting the hammer, order in the court. Someone here could have like jury duty, or someone here could, I don't know, small claims court. Someone here could be wanting to like, I don't know, bring it, like trying to just start some beef. Okay, someone wants to start some beef. Also, Capricorn, there's something here about really needing to express your emotions better at this time. If you are married or if you have children, like communication between your interfamilial connections is going to be really important. Like I mean, Capricorn doesn't typically go out of their way to dope people in compliments, but now is a time where the energies are really sensitive. And again, it would also yield good karma on you if you just lend out a hand and let someone know that you really appreciate them, or let someone know that you love them. Like, that is coming through. So I have to share that as well. Okay. Aquarius. I was just going to keep reading Capricorn. I feel like that's what always happens when I start these readings. Aquarius, all placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. I follow Vedic sidereal, not Western, since it's where the planets actually were in the sky, not where the man-made calendar put them, because leap year and things like that changes the degrees of the planets, and yeah, people are not what signs they usually think they are. So, okay, Aquarius, what is coming through for you? You need to ask someone for advice, or especially if you are someone who gives advice, you are being told that, remember, the best teachers are students first, Aquarius. So at this time, to excel in your career, to, I'm hearing accelerator mode, to put the foot on pedal to the metal, to gas something up. You need to gas someone up. Someone needs to gas you up. Getting advice from someone could actually end up in getting compliments from them. I don't know, there's something here where some of my Aquarians, I don't want to say you feel like you're above getting help or above getting instruction on something, because you definitely are some sort of master at a craft here, and you are meant to liberate yourself from the 9 to 5, 8 to 5, whatever cubby hole of corporate America. You are supposed to free yourself from that, and I do see freeing yourself from that. But in that, you can stagnate, and for some of my Aquarians, you could be on the brink of stagnation. So things could kind of be a little wobbly at this time, and what would help ground you and what would help kind of anchor in the next aspect or the next part of your career is commingling, is joining forces, is community, is getting advice from others. That's how you can open up to new communities. Not just going someplace and frequenting it, but asking for help, asking for someone's advice, asking for someone's opinion, asking to create with another person, proposing, making a proposal. For some of my Aquarians, you could be wanting to lend a hand. I'm seeing multiple Ace of Wands. You could start a new business venture. Some of my Aquarians, everybody was kung fu fighting. Okay, I'm hearing that. Someone here could like Asian culture, someone here could like anime, someone here could be a fighter. You're being told to really step it up. Step it up a few notches. For some of my Aquarians, if you are, you really need to eat more grounding foods like sweet potatoes, yams. I'm hearing that song, Sweet Yams. Someone here, you need more yams, potatoes, I don't know, grounding vegetables, things like that. For some of my Aquarians, you're being told to take time out to heal something. In fact, something will come back stronger if you take more time off to heal. It's like, if you don't take enough time off, then you are going to re-enter the arena with something not at 100%. And it could potentially take your whole career for some of my Aquarians. So there's a need to really honor the amount of time that, someone is telling you that you need to take off. And even if it's something like when I sprained my ankle, it healed really fast, but I didn't let myself go back to like riding like feet in stirrups or jumping on the trampoline until, I think I did wait until the 7 or 8 week mark. Even though honestly at 2 weeks, I was like, I'm fine, I'm good. But it feels really strong for that waiting time. So for some of my Aquarians, especially if you are an athlete or you use your body in your job, please take extra time off at this time. Now, also with Pluto and Saturn in retrograde, it is a time that is auspicious for accidents to happen. So especially be careful. Do not like for my weightlifters, because I love powerlifting, love snatch, clean and jerk. Do not go for that 1 rep max right now. It's not, unless you're doing competition, that's a different story. But if you're playing in the gym, don't try and out muscle that person over there, because you might rob yourself from your entire competition this fall because you're trying to like out bro someone on, don't do that. Don't be doing that. Now is not the time. Again, I'm not an astrologer, but the older astrologer that I listen to in Australia, Ang Stoic, he's very incredible. He is always spot on with things, and the energy that I read tends to align with his stuff, and he's very much saying cautious of accidents and injuries at this time. It is like a very heavy time for that. So it's better to mentor, read books, watch movies of your favorite fighters, watch movies of, watch competitions of your favorite athletes and study their form and visualize their form. I'm thinking of like Maddie Rogers when she got injured before Worlds. She visualized and she didn't lift for I want to say it was 3 months or something like that. And she turned the lights out, played like a certain type of music to help her brain get in that theta state, and she just visualized and practiced her lifts with a piece of PVC pipe. And she was able, I think she actually PR'd her lifts, but long story short, you can actually get stronger if you just sit and visualize the thing. You don't have to actually load the body. So for some of my Aquarians, your overall message is you have been load bearing too much, and it's like you aren't load bearing when it comes to your mental capacity or your emotional connection to your mind heart connection. And so it's like spirit wants you to kind of let the bodies hit the floor, let the bodies hit the someone here could be a drummer. I don't know, someone maybe needs to go to some concerts, needs to let loose. Okay, that came in out of nowhere. I don't even listen to rock music like that, so for some of my Aquarians that's very strong. Also, yeah, you're being told you lack discipline, and some of you are just straight up too lazy right now, and some of my Aquarians can be obstinately frustrated or trying to be F the man, stick it to the man with their boss, and it's don't do that. I don't know, some of my Aquarians could have this thing where they're like, well, they're not respecting me, so I'm not going to give 100% in this job or in this field. It's like, you don't want to do that, because then they're going to have ammo to show why future places shouldn't take you seriously or shouldn't hire you. So, which you're supposed to work for yourself anyway. But I don't know, there's something here where it's like you're going to delay your own blessings by trying to like stick it to the man in a situation. It's better off just letting your, I don't know, letting your actions speak for themselves and pay a situation no mind. Okay, Pisces. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Pisces. Pisces. Some of my Pisces are really anchoring into like a newfound sense of confidence within self. And it's the type of confidence, it's like a quiet confidence. It's like you can like be, like you're present. There's like a not explaining, you're just being and like flowing in the moment. There's not like a rigidity, but there's not like a fidget with it either. There's like a fluidity, there's a buoyancy in your energy, there's a lightness and yet water, and I don't know, there's something Pisces that is very magnetic about your energy at this time. Now, just because it's magnetic doesn't mean that everything that's going to want to be magnetized towards you is a good thing. So, Pisces, you also need to be careful with your dreamy, inviting energy, that you are being very clear in your communication and that you are drawing the line where the boundaries are, and you are not letting people overstep those boundaries. You aren't allowing them to guess what those boundaries are. Like, you can still be in that flowy energy and be like, this is my boundary, bucko. And just like own it. Like, I can be comfortable and love my body and not, you know, like you can stay on the other side of my boundary. There's something here about boundaries. Also emotional boundaries. Pisces, if there are people here who just always want to know what's in your business or like what's going on with your day, there's a need to like really pull back from that, because, you know, it makes me think of this study. They did this study where they had 2,000 people in a city meditate for a length of time. And they called into like, you know, the hospitals and the police department to see the number of emergency room calls, police calls, et cetera, et cetera. And they had done it like multiple times. And whenever 2,000 people are all focused and meditating at once in a city, the crime rate drops, the like hospital visit, entering whatever, that number drops. All like crimes and accidents and things like that were significantly lower. When I say it was like 30 to 40 something % lower. And it was the consistent thing than on times when they weren't doing that. Now, my point with this, Pisces, is the more people that know where, like what's going on in your life, and they're sending those little neural pathways of thoughts and like, oh, I'm kind of like envious of that. They don't even have to be like straight up like, I don't want Pisces to keep doing that. But they can just have like I wish I could, you know, like Pisces. I wish my life, like, oh, Pisces, it must be. So the more people that you have, I don't know, in with your business like that, the more energy that you have to exert to keep going on your path. And it doesn't need to be that difficult. So Pisces here are learning how to be more mysterious, which is an aspect of the sign, and to not, like, you can be emotional, but rather than sharing the emotions with people, share it and express it through your art, and then allow people to, you know, relate to your art with their own experiences, rather than you sharing your personal vulnerable experiences and allowing other people to siphon off of your vulnerability. It's like you're learning, Pisces. For the Pisces that I'm reading for, you've already been to a depth of vulnerability. Like, you've already been called naive by people, so you're no longer naive. I'm not talking to a Pisces who's still like kind of naive. You're past that. Like, people have totally effed you over. You've been heavily betrayed. You no longer have the wool over your eyes. In fact, life could have lost like its lackluster a little bit, because you can see through the BS. But now you're at this point where you're like, I'm ready to like intermingle with others again, but it needs to come from a space of, I don't need to share as much as I used to. And I especially don't need to let people in on my emotional self as much as I used to, because even the ones who think that they care really don't. It's just a game of comparison and gossip anyway, because that's kind of human nature. For some of my Pisces, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius or a Gemini, or yeah, Gemini. Taurus is here as well. I am seeing for some of my Pisces, someone is wanting to send you a letter. Someone is wanting to break bread with you. Someone is wanting to send a torch. Someone is wanting to torch something that someone is sending to you. Interception. I channeled that in one of my channeled messages a bit ago. Someone here knows that someone is going to send someone else a gift, a letter, an invitation to a friend group, to a workplace, and someone else doesn't want that to happen. I don't know, there's something like that. And it's funny because for some of my Pisces, you could be exiled, or someone here feels like someone is exiled, but the person who is exiled doesn't feel exiled because they are so connected to God, they're so connected to nature, they're so connected to their animals or their musical instrument that they're like, I don't feel alone. Like my instrument and I have a relationship, my animals and I have a relationship, nature, the elements and I have a relationship, God and I have a relationship, like I'm not alone. But to other people, it could look like, haha, that person's alone, exiled, and it's like that person is really happy and fulfilled. And that's also why someone here wants to connect, because they see someone is in a very healing energy and someone else is very resistant. There is, I'm hearing survival of the fittest. Someone here also has a nervous system, like attachment styles are affecting this, because someone here could have not gone towards someone or pursued someone because they thought they were kind of boring or kind of weird. Like they could have told their friends that this other person is boring. Like someone is gossiping about that. And it's funny because whoever said that this person is boring, it's like now that person's friends are watching that person and they're like, they're anything but boring. They're fascinating. And it's like now this whole group is watching that person because that person called that person boring. So someone here could have tried to talk total crap on someone to a group and it made that group watch another person and they're like, what? You're the one full of crap, because what this person is doing is not so yeah, someone is exposing themselves by trying to point something out here. So that's kind of funny. Okay, after Pisces is Aries. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Flowers. April flowers, May showers. Then what's June? June bugs. Beetles, I think of Indiana Jones. The beetles crawling under the skin. You could crawl under someone's skin. Someone could really be trying to crawl under your skin, but you could be someone that's like, I love beetles, I love bugs. This doesn't bother me at all. Like someone here could be trying to send something or be trying to like irritate the crap out of someone, and someone else is like, fascinating. Like it's not irritating to them in the slightest. It's like amusing. Aries, wow. Let's just do a little round of applause here. Aries, you have the pyramid card, the apex of perfection. You are being repaid. Your debts are, you've cleared your karmic debt. For the Aries that I'm reading for, you are higher vibrational. You've definitely spent a lot of time being celibate, a lot of time, you've spent time being sober, you've spent time fasting, you've spent time being celibate. Like you have actually done physical energy, like clearing and maintaining that clearance and allowing the space, because there's something here about you really went deep into the void, Aries, deeper into the void than perhaps family members, than perhaps people that you used to connect with, friends, ex-lovers, things like that. And it's like someone here could have thought that you were being really slow at something, but slow and steady wins the race. And it's like you're at the finish line, you've won the race. There's a huge effort that's yielding brilliant success, not just any sort of success, but brilliant success is what I'm hearing. And when I think of brilliance, I think of like diamonds, how they read on diamonds. So someone here, I mean, Aries stone is a diamond. So there's something here, Aries, where like that diamond in the rough, but you are now straight up the diamond. Like that rough part, nope, it's gone. You have perfected something for the Aries that I'm reading for. You have completely overcome very difficult periods of time that other people have been trying to impose upon you, and you've done so not just brilliantly, but you've done so gracefully, and you've done so in a way of being of service to others and to nature and to mankind. So Spirit is really wanting to bless you here, because there's something here where it's like you have been of service to nature, you have been of service to your ancestors. Like there's something here where you see life as sacred and you honor the balance of yin and yang, dark and light, day and night. You honor those differences. You also have evolved past the Aries impulsivity to react immediately, and you can observe and then choose how to consciously respond for the highest outcome. And sometimes that response is to no respond at all. And that's actually, you are being obedient. There are many situations where people were trying to trigger this Aries to respond, and this Aries was obedient to God and did not respond. This Aries said, nope, it's not my circus, not my monkeys, and I'll let go and let God, and God's about to do God things is what I'm hearing, Aries. Diplomacy, diplomat. Someone here could be getting a diploma. Isn't that what it's called? Yeah, diploma when you graduate from something. Some of my Aries, you could be travel the world in the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to abuse. So yeah, keep your head up. Keep your head up. So some of my Aries, you kept your head up when people were trying to smack that down. And you kept it up. So beautiful, beautiful job. You have had reliable helpers along your way, even if it's just like your pets, and little like people along your path. I think of like the movie Stardust. It's like whenever he's bringing the star back to the town, they like stay with all these odds and ends people, and some of them they can't trust, and some of them they can, and some of them just don't know better. And I don't know, for the Aries that I'm speaking to, you have seen like a whole gamut of life, and you have learned how to walk upright and obediently, not because that's the right thing to do, but because in your heart, that's the way that you want to live, because you want to, it's like you know what your purpose is, and you want to walk in that, and you know that you have to walk upright and obediently to fulfill that purpose and to do like a good job. And it's like, because it means a lot to you, you take pride in your work. Like for the Aries that I'm talking to, you have transcended the lower part of Aries where you hear the word discipline and you cringe, like, I don't want to be disciplined. No, you're like, I am disciplined, because discipline means to be a disciple of my craft. And I am a disciple to this instrument. I am a disciple to this, this purpose. I am a disciple to and because you love that, it's like you wake up and you are excited to do your job. You wake up, and even with the difficult clients, even you see it as like challenge accepted. Like again, teacher first, student second. You see it as, this is teaching me something great. I get to be a student today at work. I am fully learning in this situation. And it pisses some people off to no end, because because they just don't want to go through the work and see something that way. They're also just not as hard of a worker as you. And it's funny because they could try and make it seem like, Aries, you weren't a hard worker at all when you were doing the job of 20 people and they weren't doing anything but sitting on the sidelines and offloading their work onto you. But because you've long gone, left a situation, you were obedient to God. You didn't try and serve someone's karma to them. You didn't try and correct someone. You didn't let someone get you in a rebuttal. God is going to do God things. So Aries, be prepared, because God's about to do some God things in your life. Literally, you got like the epiphany rainbow, reading rainbow. So, okay. After Aries is Taurus. Some of my Taurans, paint me like your French girl. Paint me like a French, okay. From Titanic, Rose, can I call you Rose? Okay, ooh, okay. There is some romance here. There can be some young old going on, because I think of like Rose and Jack. That was his name, right? Jack? I don't know, someone here could like some Jack Daniels, or I'm actually hearing Hennessy. Someone here, Hennessy could be their drink. Ooh, okay. For some of my Taurans, like I said, you definitely need to paint. You think you own whatever land you land on. The earth is just a dead thing you can claim. Okay, you need to bring inanimate objects to life, Taurus. There is something here, you could be an inanimate object that's kind of just been like a stump, a log. I'm hearing something about a mole. Mole. Someone here could want to remove. Maybe you need to get a mole checked on your body. For some of my Taurans, you could quite literally be doing like a beauty mark mole. You know how like we love to color in our eyebrow. I love coloring in my eyebrows. Eyebrows are like a thing, or like cat eye. Some of my Taurans, you could like, or you could meet someone who likes to like draw beauty moles. Also, aren't moles kind of like detectives? So someone here could be like a mole watching someone. Also, I think of like mole holes and how they like exterminate them. They like put things in the ground and like explode them out. So someone here needs to be careful, because they could think that they're getting away with spying on someone, but they could be about, I'm hearing blast off, prepare for blast off. They could be blasted off. Also, for any of my Taurans who are partaking in substances where people use terms like blast off, please be cautious because you could have quite the intense blast off. I'm hearing Blastoise from Pokemon. So fire hose, I was channeling the fireman. I got him. You can spark it up and I'm gonna put you out. Be careful with fires, Taurus. I was also channeling red, code red, which, you know, would be fires, I think. You are being protected. You're being paranormally protected. So for some of my Taurans, there could be, some of my Taurans, I just have to say, there could be like an NDE coming up and it's like some paranormal freakish thing happens and it saves your life. Like crazy. Yeah. Now, for some of my Taurans, you're going to be having some premonitory dreams or things from the past that you prophesied or other people around you have prophesied are going to start coming to pass this year. Things from like 2 years ago. 411, isn't that like information? Also 666, which I know people see that as like a ooh whatever number, but it's actually the number of man. 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. Also, 666, yeah, it's the mark of the beast because it's of man. And we are spiritual beings having a human experience. For some of my Taurans, you could be too connected to the human materialistic side of things, and you need to connect more to source and spirit. Painting, art, getting into art. For some of my Taurans, potions, concoctions, I don't know, maybe aromatherapy, or maybe cooking, you like mixing, maybe you're like a drink mixer, or that would be something that would be like a fun thing for you to do. I'm seeing like a Tauran who has one of those, you know, they have like the indoor spice racks where you can like grow your own mint and rosemary and thyme and basil and things like that. And it's like, you'll take that and you'll muddle it and you could make a non-alcoholic cocktail or a cocktail, whatever your choice is. That could be like a refreshing and meditative thing for you and a way for you to connect to your different senses. For some of my Taurans, there are a lot of lies here. There is a lot of slander. There is jealousy. I saw the look that Cain gave Abel. Jealousy. There is a defeating liars, defeating jealousy. So if you were the one lying, you're going to get caught. If they were the one lying, they're going to get caught. Something is coming out. Someone's pride. Pride comes before the fall. So someone is definitely about to fall. I'm also hearing Pride Rock. So it is kind of the whole Scar, you know, taking over Pride Rock when it wasn't his to begin with, and Simba left because he just couldn't deal with that ish, but Nala brings him back, and I said this in one of the readings this week. I can't remember which one. I think it was Pisces. So you could be dealing with the Pisces, Taurus, as well. You also need to spend time connecting with water, and also laying outside at night under the stars would be really helpful for you if you're someone who doesn't dream or doesn't remember your dreams or doesn't remember a lot of your dreams or consistently. Spending time relaxing, listening to like 528 hertz is the one that I like to just kind of reset our DNA and make it so receptive to whatever subconscious messages want to come through in our dream state. Okay, after also hawks, birds of prey, falcons, things like this are going to be important to you. Also, I'm hearing messenger birds, owls, big mama. Isn't big mama, is that Fox and the Hound? Maybe it's something with the Fox and the Hound. Someone here could be like cat dog. Okay, so this can be cats versus the dogs. This can be someone who sees themselves more of a dog and they're crushing on someone who's more of a cat. Someone who's, so yeah, it can be kind of, I don't know, there can be like a thing like that. People kind of carry archetypes of animals. So someone here, you know, they say, are you a cat person or a dog person? I'm like, I'm an animal person. But at the end of the day, I'm definitely more cat than dog. I love dogs. Like Kenny is my everything. But like me as a specimen is more of like a cat energy. So there's definitely something here where people, kind of like the sun and the moon analogy, like someone here who's a dog person could have always dated dog-like people, and someone who's a cat person could have always dated cat-like people, and something's gonna work because it's gonna be like cat-dog. I don't know, someone here could also have a cat and the other person could have a dog. So that, okay. Someone here could be getting a pet. They say they just want one pet and they could end up getting a cat and a dog, or I don't know, there's definitely something with that. Also maybe pet names. Okay, after Taurus is Gemini. The all-seeing eye. Okay, that is Lord of the Rings. So some of my Geminis, there could be a story here, kind of like there's a trilogy going on. Something is incomplete. Without you, all I'm going to be is incomplete. complete. I try to go on like I never knew you. I'm awake, but my world is half asleep. Okay, someone here is feeling incomplete, Gemini, or you're feeling incomplete without someone. Someone's life, they've been living away like day in and day out, and they have a schedule and they have a routine, and it was comfortable for a period of time, but just like a frog put in a pot, slow water, slowly going from warm water to a boil. It's not only is it not comfortable, but someone here is suffocating. Yeah. Also, air pressure cabin. Some of my Geminis, be careful. Like if you have a friend who has like a little plane, like says, be cautious. Be cautious. I say this, Gemini, because when I was living in Florida, I went on a boat a handful of times on the ocean, but there was one day specifically that I had the strongest premonitory. I have premonitory dreams often, but this one was so vivid. And I was like, the engine is literally going to stop when we are way out. There's going to be a storm, like every single thing. So I messaged the group the next day and I was like, hey guys, I'm not joining you. And just so you know, it is because I had a dream and one other person decided to not go on the boat because I shared that I had that vision, and we didn't hear from these people the entire day, and we were supposed to have a barbecue later at their condo, and we didn't hear or get a text until like 1 or 2 a.m. because they had to get saved out there. It did rain like cats and dogs. It stormed on them. The boat took on water. The engine cut, like everything that I dreamt of happened. So there's a situation here for some of my Geminis. This also doesn't necessarily have to be, I don't know, I'm not trying to freak anyone out. I'm just saying, like, be cautious because there's definitely some sort of accidents happening with machinery, things kind of breaking down. Pluto is in retrograde and Saturn is in retrograde, which is big lessons. Pluto is sex, death, and taxes. So near-death experiences, huge things that are expensive, money, and then, you know, relationships, intimacy. So there's something here, Gemini, where you really need to be honest at this time because your level of honesty is going to correlate to the level of the hammer that Saturn is going to throw down on you or is going to protect you, depending on how honest you are. For some of my Geminis, it's really all about honesty. Some of my Geminis could have been, you know, trying to protect someone. You know, I just want to protect their heart. Oh, I just want to protect I just didn't want to shake up and God's going to shake the whole foundation because someone has been out here living a lie. We out here living a lie. That song, Living a Lie by Rihanna and Eminem. I'm hearing that song. So for some of my Geminis, someone here, your aggression, or you can even just be more on edge. Like you could be like, I'm not an aggressive person. What are you talking about? Okay, well, you're just more on edge. You're just a little, you know, a little more irritable. Like things just make you like twitch a little, or like the light is a little bright and like the next day. I don't know. There's something here where your nervous system is not totally calm, Gemini. And it's because of a connection, a relationship that you're holding on to in your life because you feel like we should because the kids or because our company or we signed a lease together. So I better continue on. Like there's a Gemini here who's miserable in some sort of connection. Some of my Geminis make sure that everything's locked up, won't let me out. Hopefully no one's getting locked up, but make sure your belongings are locked up. If you're going to like music festivals or like the community pool or things like that, there is some energy of like pickpocketing and like people, you know, thrifting on what people are leaving at their station while they go swim or while they go do whatever. I'm hearing go fish. Someone here could go fishing. Something about clothespins. Someone here could want to get like a clothesline and hang clothes up on clothespins, or someone here, is clothespinning a thing? Isn't that a thing? I think that's actually a kinky thing. I don't know. I'm hearing clothespinning, so I don't know. Maybe someone's into clothespins. Okay, that's weird. I don't like channeling things like this. You could be dealing with a Taurus. For some of my Geminis, congratulations. You have some hard-earned fame. You earned it. So you're gonna be famous for something. Someone here is definitely famous for something. You're getting stronger with expressing your creativity. You could be like redesigning your look, redesigning your social media. You could be redesigning your website, redesigning how you present, how you do something at work. Something here is also cinematic, or you could be wanting to create like a movie-like quality, or maybe do like vlogs. Like if you're a podcast person, you might want to do like vlogs and make it more cinematic. You may want to get more into storytelling, is what I'm saying for some of my Geminis that are creators, that already do have some sort of platform. Storytelling is like the next big thing. And cinematic. Also cinnamon would be good for my Geminis. There are a ton of benefits of cinnamon, but cinnamon and turmeric. Also doing like the golden milk lattes. Those are really good for inflammation and things like that. So after Gemini is Cancer. Cancer. Whoop. Cancer, something is hidden in the shell. You've been hidden in the shell, and you're going to meet someone that is going to take you out of your shell. And you might just wrap myself from around your finger. Hold me too tight, or love to linger. Love is blind. I just sang the song last week, As Far as the Eye Can See. Someone here can be falling again. They said that they wouldn't, but when you're holding me like this, I'm carelessly lost in your touch. I'm completely defenseless. Baby, it's almost too much here. Helplessly, hopelessly, recklessly. Someone here, Cancer, is helplessly, hopelessly, recklessly falling in love. Also, I'm hearing the lion and the lamb, which is a biblical reference, yes, but someone here could kind of be like the beast. Someone here could also be a Leo. Someone here could also be, you know, in the fame, I'm gonna be the before roar. I'm working on my roar. Yeah, okay. Simba, when he's kind of like, I'm gonna be the main event. I'm gonna be the, you know, he's peacocking himself. He's walking through the watering hole, and everyone know just how great he is, okay? So someone here could kind of be like that. And then someone else could be like, bah, I'm a lamb over here with little Bo Peep in the corner with my mom and with my aunt and with my lamb family. And I don't know, the lamb is going to catch the lion's eye or something, and it's not as food, but like as camaraderie, as connection. You know, there's something here about opposites attracting. You make me feel out of my element, like I'm walking on broken, like my world's spinning in slow motion and it's moving and we're moving too fast. I don't know. You make someone feel, or someone makes you feel. You make me feel like a natural woman. Cancer, what is going on? I'm channeling so much, it's insane. So for some of my Cancers, someone is gonna like, you could be a strong, independent woman and you've only dealt with really feminine men who feel like you're too masculine. And all of a sudden, you're going to meet a real man. And it's not going to be nauseating. It's going to be refreshing, and he's going to make you feel like a natural woman. For some of my men, you can feel like you're always competing, and I don't know. There's just an energy where someone is going to make you feel like something. You make me feel like I can feel again. Also, someone here could have had their emotions shut down for so long, and they are just like, they know their role. They are a great performer. You know, they could be on the road doing tours, you know, comedians, dancers, singers, performers, whatever they do, right? Traveling around for work, investing, whatever business stuff going on. And they're like really good at putting on the show. They know how to schmooze the woman or schmooze the men, you know, whatever they're into, whatever tickles their pickles. Someone here could like pickles. And Rick and Morty, because I keep hearing Pickle Rick, which I've heard in another reading. Sagittarius or Virgo is coming through really strongly, so Cancer, you could be dealing with them, or you could have that in your chart too. Someone here is a connoisseur of their job, and they just don't feel that much. Like they've just been kind of, you know, they could have a lot of money, they could be well known, they could have all these different things, all this notoriety, and they just don't feel much. And all of a sudden, they're meeting this lamb that makes them feel again. Also, for some of my Cancers, there's something auspicious about numerology, math administration. If you are looking for a new job, something with numbers, something with admin, also something with the legal system, and something flexible. So you could be doing like a couple different jobs. That would be good as well. Okay, after Cancer is Leo, who I was just talking about. So Leo, the same card for Aries flipped out for you. The rainbow, the ultimate reading rainbow pyramid card came through. So for some of my Leos, you could definitely be dealing with a Cancer, an Aries. For some of my Leos, Sunflower, the song Sunflower by Post Malone is coming through. You're the sunflower. Da, 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 da. You could be spending a lot of time with your family at this time, or you're being called to spend a lot of time with your family. There's also good news from a distance. Beware of overspending at this time. You know, that things wax and wane. Now is the time for saving. Also, it's just a time for not going overboard on things, like not being too showy at this time, because like I said, Saturn is going retrograde, and Saturn, being father of time, he does not condone overindulgence and showiness and flashy lights. I'm hearing that song. Being sincere at this time, also laying low on substances, protecting yourself from that, because they could affect you more at this time, especially since Pluto is in retrograde, and that's what, sex, death, and taxes. So again, something could kind of go 0 to 100 real quick at this time, because the energy is really sensitive. For some of my Leos, you have a uniqueness about you that others previously have been really envious about, but you're just going to kind of put it out there so much that people can't say about it. So you're just kind of like throwing it all out there, like in a good Leo fashion. So it's like, what are you going to say? Because I present myself with the most outlandish things, so there are no hidden secrets. So some of my Leos, it's like people can be pissed because you don't have, the Leos that I'm talking to, you're an open book. It's like you can see everything of you and you're just like, yeah, what? Like, I don't know, there's something, fight me is what I'm hearing. There's definitely a Leo here who is wanting to challenge someone, or someone who's wanting to challenge you. There's sports rivals all up in this bish. Someone here has a lot of charisma, but again, you need to be cautious, because someone here could be wanting you to take the bait. Someone here could be wanting you to get into a bad contract. Not all contracts are good contracts. So that is a pure Leo for some of my Leos, especially if you are a influencer of any sort and you have brand deals coming towards you that in beauty and creativity, you need to be really, really careful what you sign at this time, because it does, I don't know, there's like a bad beauty deal is what I'm hearing. This can also be like, I don't know, I've seen like some influencers will post like linking up with a med spa, and it's like that med spa probably is going to give them free or a big discount on a treatment that they want to get. And it's like the treatment could be botched, or you could have a bad reaction to it. So you definitely need to be cautious, because there is a recovery period because of something that becomes overactive. So I could see this as an immune system getting a reaction, a rash, allergic response of some sort, an overheated response, an inflammatory response for athletes with injuries. I was talking about that earlier, I believe in Taurus's reading. We need to be really cautious at this time, Leo. Less is more right now, especially right now, because of how volatile the energy is in the cosmos. It's just really trying to get people into accidents, really trying to get people's nervous systems to be overreactive at this time. So it's kind of like hide under the rock with your family, gather some sunflowers, learn something about science, make some concoctions. There's like physics, science, philosophy, maybe reading like Plato. I don't know, I'm hearing like Plato. So checking out like philosophers and reading on them, something like that. Okay, after Leo is August, Virgo. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, Virgo. Cherries, cherry picking. For some of my Virgos, something is going to be finding its equilibrium. Also, you can be negotiating something. It may not be exactly what you had in mind, but it is going to be a good outcome. Deer is the spirit animal for you at this time. Also, something could be like a deer in headlights. Someone could be looking at you like a deer in headlights. You could be looking at someone else like a deer in headlights. For some of my Virgos, being faithful to your destiny and keeping your blinders on when someone tries to present you with something to kind of startle you. Like, I think of deers, it's like they see the headlights, and then they run into the traffic and then they get hit by the car. So someone here could be trying to like startle you, but it's like stand your ground, Virgo. Stand your ground, just stand your ground, be calm, wait, and that will resolve the problem. It's like, if you just pause and you don't react and you stay in line and you stay in your lane, also like racehorses, they have the blinders on. Some of my Virgos, quite literally, you need to put blinders on in a situation, because someone here, the only way that they can mess you up is if they get you to look off your path. It's like winners do not look behind them. Winners in every race only look ahead and they stay in their lane. The moment someone who is ahead looks to the person next to them, they hand their spot to that person. So there's something here, Virgo, where someone is really trying to get you to look over at them, to hand them your spot. Don't fall for the BS, Virgo. Don't do it. For some of my Virgos, you are going to have luck in games. So like, if your city or something has like bingo night somewhere, or I don't know, you want to like go to the casino or something, it does seem like you will have a win. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. So some of my Virgos, you are being told this is an auspicious time. I'm not telling you to go like bet whatever, but it does seem like it's an auspicious time for you to win in things like that. In drawings, you could win a drawing for something. So if you always see something pop up that's like enter to win, Virgo, this could be your chance to win. Also, for some of my Virgos, there's an important phone call at a distance that has been delayed for a long time, but it's kind of like the conversation wouldn't have any understanding or wouldn't have any healing if it was done earlier. It's like said time has needed to pass. Also, for some of my Virgos, if you are not in a loving relationship, then the next person you meet is going to be like the great love. I'm hearing I want to be a great one. For some of my Virgos, yeah, it's like you've been selective. You could even have given up on love, and that's actually like when you're about to meet them. Someone here really likes apples, bananas, pears, oh my, oranges. Someone here could like animal-based or vegan or vegetarian, or they really like smoothies. Some of my Virgos, the more natural and authentic you are, the more that this person is going to be drawn towards you. So this can be, like for example, you see, if you go back and look at all of my reading videos, you see some of my videos I'm not wearing any eye makeup, and then like tonight I went out dancing, so I have some eyeliner and mascara. Well, it's like the Virgo that I'm reading for, the person that likes you doesn't want you with the mascara and the eyeliner. They want you naked. They want you with no makeup on. Like that's how they would want you. Or it's vice versa, where it's like you like someone who doesn't have, like you prefer them without the makeup on, which is such a relief. I mean, you want someone who's gonna wake up next to you and like how you look and not be like, hey, can you put on that full face of makeup because I just don't like you without it. Like you don't want that. And there's a lot of people out here that are unfortunately like that. So definitely the natural, authentic expression, natural pheromones. If you don't like how someone smells or how someone stinks, then they're not for you. Yeah, there's stuff like that going on. Okay, after Virgo is Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Libra, the bridge, okay? Don't jump off the bridge. But it does look like you have to cross the bridge, because it does look like the bridge is collapsing. What movie? There's so many cartoon movies like that, where they're like running across the bridge and you see the bridge like collapsing behind them, and like every step they take, every step they jump, like the bridge, that step falls, and then they like step on the next one, then that one falls, and it's like a high anxiety action movie. Some of my Libras can feel like you're a bunny that's like darting from front lawn to front lawn, and you don't want the neighbor tomcats to get you. I don't know, there's something like that. Like, there's a chase. Some of my Libras, there's some sort of like high-speed chase. This can also be in love, because I'm hearing one way or another. So someone here can finally be chasing after someone. Someone here's name could be Chase. Something about the mistletoe. So for some of my Libras, there could be something here about a person that you were with around Christmas, or you have spent Christmas with this person and they are going to be coming back around to chase you. This can be someone who ghosted you, or you ghosted someone and now you're going to chase them. And it could be someone, again, that you dealt with in the past around, like you spent a holiday like Christmas together. You spent a winter together. Yeah, for some of my Libras, you're being pushed to tell the truth about a situation, why you ghosted, or someone's being pushed to tell you. It could be an Aries because you at bottom of the deck, which I haven't been doing bottom of the deck energy, but bottom of the deck is the overall card that came through for Aries. Also, I think it sneaked out in Leo's reading. So Aries, Leo, and Libra are highly connected. For some of my Libras, there is definitely hostility and envy in a school setting or a work situation or just an overall social setting, and that is why someone ghosted someone. There could have been gossip and slander because the sword is in the reverse, so it's definitely untruths. Also with the wands in the reverse, someone here could have like told lies about someone sexually or their sensuality. Someone here could be lying and saying someone has something, or someone goes both ways, or someone likes, or someone did this, or someone did that. And it's like they were just saying that because they knew that saying that thing would stop someone from going towards another person. This can also be in a work situation where someone here could say like someone is over emotional, they overreact, they have a bad attitude, they don't have a good work ethic, that they're like a liar, that they stole from the company, or that they acted, I don't know, someone here could have told an embellished a lie about someone in a work situation, especially about someone who has a good character. Now, they're all wrapped in gold, and Archangel Michael is here. So whoever is the truthful person who has a solid character is going to be appearing at this time. And I actually saw with like a dragon blowing fire and like singeing, oh my gosh, in Game of Thrones, when Daenerys gets on her dragon and she lights the entire city on fire. Like something here is about to be lit up. It's like the big walls, like they're crumbling down. I don't know. I'm hearing the London Bridge is falling down again. So something is crumbling down. This is also, yeah, it's a time of stopping tyrants. So someone here was a tyrant in a situation. They felt like they had a lot of authority and they abused their authority. They had a lot of notoriety. This can be someone who has like tenure, or who is grandfathered in, or someone who's had a position of authority for a while somewhere, and they just like picking on people because they feel safe where they're at, and it's like they're going to be called out. So someone here is going to be called out for something. Yeah, there's something here about someone not wanting someone to get merit, or someone not wanting someone to get compensated. Someone here or a group was really trying to cause humiliation and yeah, just like completely twist and fabricate a lie about a person and make them feel humiliated brutally. Something was done brutally. I'm hearing overkill, tortuous. Something was literally tortuous. However, this is what leads to the truth coming to the light. And if it didn't get totally torturous in a situation, then it never would have come to the surface. It's because something here is literally overkill. So something is coming to light, and yeah, I mean, things are going to be bestowed. So I don't know, there's a lot going on there for some of my Libras. May not be a reading this week, who knows? Check your other signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. That was an interesting, very specific reading. Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Scorpio. Scorpio could be dealing with a Sagittarius, or a Sagittarius, a younger Sag, wants to come towards you. There's definitely an age thing here because I'm hearing, are you my mommy? So there could be a younger boy here who likes older women. Can also go vice versa though. So for some of my Scorpios, I'm hearing crop circles. For some of my Scorpios, you just have no fear anymore. Are you afraid of the dark? No, I am the dark. Are you afraid of death? No, I am death. Are you afraid of the tower? No, I am the tower. Scorpio, you ain't scared. Shh, like you're just not scared. Someone here is like trying to scare you and you're like, boo. Like you scare them. You scare it. It's like, what's his face? I mentioned him, the clown dude in, I'm just gonna say Scar. In, Saw. Jigsaw. Okay, someone here could be like Jigsaw. They're coming up to you, Scorpio. They're like, want to play a game? And you're like, listen, Jigsaw, I don't think you want to play a game with me. Because it's like, it's not even me that you're dealing with. It's like, my energy is literally the energy of Santa Muerta. It's like the energy of death. So this can also be a thing because I said that just now. This can be someone who's like a different culture, different race, and they can be doing different spiritual things. And someone here could have tried to do something to someone. And it's funny because like the spirit, the energy that they tried to impose on someone, that person's energy signature, like their ancestors, I don't know, something about their makeup literally is that energy. So it's like someone here is trying to set an energy at someone, and it's like that energy that they're trying to send at that person actually supports that person more than this person who sent it. So not only is it getting sent back, it's getting sent back with vengeance is what I'm hearing. Something is something is happening with the vengeance. Yeah, we have professional cooperation after lies are being revealed. We have an eagle. So I was channeling birds of prey, I want to say in Taurus or Capricorn's reading, but we have the eagle, and eagles fly heights that none of the other birds can reach. So for some of my Scorpios, because you are the death energy, it is said no tree can reach heaven whose roots don't stretch down to hell. You had some birds of prey, some falcons, some hawks trying to play around with you, and you're like, bitch, who do you think I am? I fly like an eagle to the sea, fly like an eagle. So that's the other thing, Scorpio. It's like you aren't consciously or doing something. It's like you are protected. You have a whole army behind you. It's like when people mess with you, they're not messing with you. They're messing with everything that's crossed over that walks with your energy because you are Scorpionic energy. And so I don't know, there's something here where someone's getting their karma back tenfold. We have lies being annulled, projects being fully realized that were on pause for a while, that were on pause because of slander, because of lies. You are protected from abuse, lies, theft, slander. You're multidisciplinary. You are a great teacher at something because you really have been through the gamut. I'm also seeing bugles, like those chip things that you put on the fingers. Someone here could, I don't know, like your nails or something about growing out nails, or I don't know. You aren't anxious anymore for the Scorpio that I'm talking to. Yeah, you don't have fear and you don't have anxiety anymore. And this is because you walk with God and you know who you are, and you have either had a near-death experience or you have actually had a death experience. And so because of this, it's like anxiety and fear can't dwell in your being anymore. It's like you've been to the other side and now you are the bridge. It's like Libra was running across the bridge and the bridge was collapsing, and Scorpio, it's like you are the bridge. I don't know, there's something like that. Also, I'm hearing history repeats itself. Also, there's something about you are regenerating faster based off of your diet or based off of fasting schedules. Like when we go through autophagy, our body, the mast cells that make our immune system overreactive and that kind of get accumulated in our body eats itself through the state of autophagy, but that can only happen when we are in a fasted state. So for some of my Scorpions, you could be at this time getting into fasting and prolonging that fasting window. You could fast 1 day a week. What I like to do for fasting is like 5 p.m. to 5 p.m. So I still eat every day. But if I'm doing a 24-hour fast, then say Monday, I'll have my last meal right before 5 p.m. and I won't eat my next meal until Tuesday at 5 p.m. So I'm still eating Monday and Tuesday, but it's full 24 hours without any calories. And that's really, really good for the immune system, really good for the skin, really good for all of that. So for some of my Scorpios, you're honest and clever, and someone is trying to paint you out not to be, but someone has been watching you because of all the lies someone has been saying about you, and they're like, no, that person is literally just honest and clever. They're very clever. I keep hearing clever. Someone here could also like meat cleaver. I think of like Jeffree Star has a makeup mirror that's a meat cleaver. I don't know, someone here could like knives. Someone here, could like knives. Someone here could also, like eating with fancy knives. Like they could really have like their prized steak knives or something. Their knives are important to them. Like when some people, I remember when I first got my house, I like renovated my entire kitchen, but I installed an undermount sink, and I was like, so like buying that sink and purchasing that undermount sink, and I sanded and stained and installed like my own butcher block countertops. It was the most, like, I was so proud of that. And I was like, this is so funny, because high school Valerie would be excited about like a nice pair of jeans or something like that. And it's like, as you get older, you value different things. So for some of my Scorpios, you are valuing different things now. And I don't know, something was also, you have hard-earned fame. Leo had fame in their reading, but it just kind of comes to them. It just I don't want to say it just fell in their lap, because it didn't, because it also comes with a lot of heavy burdens and responsibilities. But for some of my Scorpios, you like really earned something. And it wasn't because you were wanting a specific outcome. It's because you really care about justice and because you really are passionate about something. So it's like you weren't worried about the outcome. You were more so worried about justice and how unjust a certain situation was. And I don't know, there's something about that where, I don't know, I'm hearing, I got to get through this. You do get through. You are protected. Something here about Pacific time. Someone here could be going to the Pacific Ocean, or states that are by the Pacific Ocean. So, I don't know, someone here could be out west. Someone could here be by like Cali or Mexico. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, Sag. For some of my Sagittarians at this time, you are being told to be in a state of feminine energy, of recovery, be in your more Venusian, loving, receptive energy. Even for my males, being more loving at this time and expressing your heart, expressing your emotions. Something is blooming like a butterfly. From the caterpillar to the butterfly is what I'm seeing for some of my Sages. You're coming out of the cocoon. Something is coming out of the cocoon. You coming out of the cocoon is going to drive away jealousy. It's like people can't hate just pure love energy. It's like they can only for so long. And then if that loving, pure energy that they're trying to hate on does not cave in to their projections and their hate, eventually the hateful thing kind of collapses and it gives up, it gives in. Before they know it, they're a fan. Because as we know, haters are actually your biggest fans, Sagittarius. So for some of my Sages, if you obsessively hate watch someone, it's actually because you're their biggest fan. And if people obsessively watch you, it's because they're your biggest fan, whether they hate you or love you. Love me or hate me, it's still an obsession. Love me or hate me, that is the question. If you hate me, then you. So yeah, something here. Some of my Sages, people feel like you could have like a really seductive, a healthy seductive energy to you. You're charismatic, you inspire. There's, something really savory and scrumptious is what I'm hearing. Savory and scrumptious. Now for some of my Sages on the shadow side, someone needs to be cautious because they can be a little too fragile. They are falling into escapism. And someone here is easily disillusioned, or someone here is being heavily influenced by others or heavily influenced by substances, and that is causing them to live in deep illusions, to be hypersensitive, fragile, immature, and to escape. Because again, substance use is escapism. So some of my Sagittarians really need to check in with overuse of anything. Overuse of anything is, too much of anything is bad, okay? So there's something here with Sages that really need to work in moderation. Whatever it is for you that you like to pacify with, you need to moderate that more. Not that, I don't know, you need to cut something out completely, but I am seeing recovery. So some people could be going to AA or recovery groups. Cat and mouse is what I'm hearing. My condolences if there was loss, because I am seeing black crows, and that usually can signify that. I'm also hearing Maria Mena, except for a few small bruises, cuts, and scars. Well, I'm fine. Thank you for asking. Someone here could kind of be like tomboy, a little messy, and someone here could be like admiring someone like that. Like someone here just isn't graceful at all. Someone here could kind of be like a klutz, but they are really pure of heart. They are really talented at something, and they follow by the beat of their own drum. Someone here really walks by faith, not by sight or by plans, and that can like really bother people because they may never show up on time. You can't give this person a schedule. You can't depend on them, except when you can, but even then you can't. It's like, I'm hearing neurodivergent, so someone here could be kind of neurodivergent. So it's like they're not even really aware of it, and this is also what defends them because they're not they're not like self-absorbed in a way that people could try and project onto them. They're just genuinely, they just don't see, their chemistry is different. They just don't see something the same way. For some of my Sagittarians, you really need to rest at this time. You could be stressed, or you could be coming down with something, or someone around you could be sick if you have kids or pets. So being restful and gentle at this time, reading, resting, sleeping more. You could feel kind of bored even, but you're being told that's better for you to feel bored than to poke your nose into trouble. Poke your nose where it doesn't belong is what I'm actually hearing. Bless you.